So I had an idea for a video, but as you can see from that first bit, let's get back to bed again. And sorry about my voice, I'm not very well, a bit sick, a bit ill, just a cold, be alright. So, change of plan, we're gonna go to the bandstand and do the other idea for a video. So, bear with me, back in a bit. So I've not skated in over a week because I've been sick and it has done nothing but rain. So I'm going to warm up and then we're going to learn to Ollie together. I'm going to teach you basically. So let's warm up first and then go from there. Okay, so we are all warmed up. I feel terrible, and we made the right decision coming here because I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's raining. So skating this is a good idea, but oh my god, I can't breathe from my nose. It's never a good sign. So today we're going to talk about an Ollie. Now, Ollie, sorry, one sec. Ollies are one of those tricks that is super important, but also probably one of the hardest things you'll learn. Once you understand how to pop a board, kind of skateboarding just happens, it comes along. But like, learning to pop and being able to actually Ollie is quite hard. So we're going to go for it from the basics of feet, what your feet should do, how they should do it, when they should do it. Kind of go from there really. So first of all, we're just going to do a few Ollies. So if any of you don't know what an Ollie is, you can see what an Ollie is. So first of all, an Ollie. An Ollie is when you take all four of your wheels and get them off the floor by popping the tail of your board. You then have three different alternatives of nollie, fakie and switch, but we'll go into those at a later date. So for now, an Ollie is how you get your board, all four wheels off the ground, so like this. Now, when I teach the kids to skate that I teach, the one thing I always say to them is that you don't need to Ollie 2 feet in the air every time. So the most important thing with an Ollie is your feet. Now, anyone who teaches anyone to skate is going to tell someone a different thing every time. Like for me, you want your toes on your tail, kind of like following it around right in the middle of your tail. And you want your front foot, for me personally, maybe an inch or two behind your front balls, just up from the center of the board. Now, the Ollie's got three motions. What's called the snap, which is that. Okay, that's what starts the board coming off the ground. You've then got your foot sliding up the board, which brings the board up, and then you raise your back foot, which levels it off in the air. So when you're doing it in motion, as the board hits the ground, you're going to slide your front foot, raise your back foot. Almost like you ever seen those old school weighing scales where like you put weight on one side and the other side comes up like that? It's like that. So your feet do that. Your feet like measure or like weigh your board out in the air. When it comes to the snap, trying to understand how that works. The best tool I can give you to practice, take your front foot off, put your back foot where it would be. So I thought my world's phone was ringing then, but it's not. Put your back foot where it would be for an ollie, and just try this. So push your back foot down. As you feel your tail hit the ground, push your back foot up. So the ball's gonna come off, and you're gonna grab it with your opposite hand. Okay? Doing that allows you to understand how the snap works. And understanding how the snap works allows you to basically get an ollie. So again, snap. Once you understand that, that's when you move on to the next stage. So once you get your foot positioning down, that's when you start the motion. So we talked about the snap, which is that. We'll call it the scoop. It's not a scoop, we'll call it a scoop. And then raising your back leg. Now getting all three of those to be in one solid motion is probably the hardest thing you're going to try and get around when you learn to ollie. A lot of people will tend to do this. Okay, it's fine. Technically it's still an ollie. Your board comes off the ground. Even if it is that high, it's fine. You understand the principle. Again, it's timing. As the board snaps, you need to jump with it. Alright, if you don't jump, you get this. Okay, it's gonna go nowhere. Okay, being able to jump as you feel that board hit the ground or your tail hit the ground, that's gonna save you a lot of problems. So even if you don't jump with the board still comes off the ground. And that's the most important thing. Not being able to do that is where people struggle. Now, the kids who I teach to skate, we work off that. The basic of just being able to jump as your board snaps its tail, alright? So as the tail hits the ground, you jump. We're not worried about height, we're not worried about style or finesse, whatever you want to call it. You're just worried about getting the board off the ground. Once you understand that, that's when you can start working on that height, that style, you know, dipping your front foot, you'll get your nose dip. But that comes with time, don't worry about that, okay? You're going to bring your front foot into play. The importance of sliding your front foot up your board allows you to bring your back foot up and balance it out. So at the start I was talking about that set of weighing scales. Imagine this is your back foot, this is your front foot. The more weight, so you snap, the more weight you put on your front, and the higher you bring your back leg, the more dip the ollie's going to look, like this. Okay? Again, like I said, you're not worried about style, quality, anything. It's just understanding how the trick works. You can build on that from there. Like, those kind of aspects of skateboarding just come with time. Some people have it naturally, some people don't. It doesn't matter. Now, whilst you're understanding all this, so you've got your snap down, you started to dip your front foot or push it up the board, you started raising your back foot. Bringing your back foot up and being able to get your ollies higher is the one thing pretty much everybody when they start skateboarding struggles with. Your shoulders play a massive part. Like if I step back a minute, watch my shoulders. You'll notice my shoulders stay above my board the entire time. If you don't keep your shoulders above your board and lean back, which is what pretty much everybody does when they first learn to skate, the ollie's going to go nowhere. It'll look like this. See, no height, nothing. The board just kind of goes up in what's called a rocket. Now, keeping your shoulders or your weight above your board, dipping the front foot, raising your back as it comes up, it's going to give you a nice looking ollie. Once you understand everything we've just talked about, people, I don't personally agree with this. It doesn't put your body in the best place, which is one thing you need to understand when you ollie. But a lot of people like to hold on to something. Like, it does work, but you need to find someone that's the right height. You don't want someone that's too low because you don't want to be led forward like I am now. You want to be stood up when you try it. So if you're going to do that, you need to find someone that's a decent height. Someone like this railing will do. And you're going to just repeat every motion we just talked about. So you're going to snap, dip your front foot, raise your back leg. The problem with doing that for me is it doesn't create the realism. Like I said, like my body is leant over, it's holding onto something. I'm able to use that to push myself higher. It's all down to the jump. Again, like I said, those weighing scales, that essentially allows you to jump. The higher you can tuck your back foot and keep your front foot down, allows you to get more height on the Ollie, and that's the ultimate goal. Once you've understood how it works standing still, start rolling. Again, take it steady. You don't need speed, you don't need to be bombing it, you just need to go casually, you know, slowly. Start off at a snail's pace. Ollie, get used to moving. If you keep your weight above your board, you're gonna land it, you're gonna roll away, you're gonna be fine. Moving and doing a trick is, when you first start skateboarding, quite scary. But if you do everything we've talked about, you're gonna be sound. So as you're rolling, exactly the same principle. Snap, lift your back foot, dip your front leg, all in one solid clean motion, and you've got an on. I hope this helps. If it does, let me know. If you want to see another trick, like kickflips, pop shove it, 180s, anything, let me know, and I'll make a video similar. Hopefully I can post a video of me skating soon, because, well, I don't know, it's raining. It's supposed to rain till like February the way it's looking. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know. And if you want to see a certain trick, again, let me know. But for now, peace. I'll catch you next time.